Gentlemen, thank you, and welcome back to Baton Rouge, where LSU has won its homecoming game against Louisiana Tech. Greg, there's an old theater adage that bad dress rehearsal, good performance. Well, you certainly can't say that this was a good dress rehearsal for LSU getting ready for the final two games in the SEC, but nonetheless a victory.
Well, it's a victory, and I think LSU just had to come out and focus and really try to take control of the football game at some point and get a win. And you had a lot of people banged up, so you wanted to make sure you won the football game and you could get through it. And LSU did that. I think they looked good at times, and at times they didn't look so good. So, but a win nevertheless.
Offensively, this was not a good day for quarterback Jarrett Lee. However, Keelan Williams came to the forefront, Greg. Only two 100-yard rushing games this season for LSU. Here's one of them.
Well, coming into the game, you knew that somebody had to pick up the load. Keelan Williams did that. I mean, he came out, opened the game on the LSU's first possession, ran for 50 yards almost in the first half, did a good job of following his block, staying behind his pads, and picking up the slack where the Charles Scott normally would be. It was Keelan Williams. You see him getting into the end zone here. That's what they needed out of him, and he gave it to him, and this was a very good run from him to really put LSU ahead to stay.
And yes, Louisiana Tech did lose for the fourth straight time this season. But, Greg, the points tonight for Louisiana Tech were the most that the Bulldogs ever had scored in the 19 games against LSU. This Bulldog team played hard and effectively at times.
Well, they played hard, and the Bulldog coaches made it clear that coming into the game, they had some people banged up, and they shuffled that offensive line around, played with about three freshmen on an offensive line, did a good job of getting the ball, moving it down the field, and scoring touchdowns and field goals against a very good LSU defense coming into the football game.
And you make a good point. Louisiana Tech with 8 starters tonight who did not start last week, while LSU had 4. So both teams made some shuffling in the starting lineups. Now there is still a huge goal to play for LSU, and that's a major bowl game, 10 regular season wins. The next step toward that is in Oxford, and Ole Miss is coming off a wonderful performance, a big victory over Tennessee.
Well, Ole Miss found their running game. They were able to run the football against Tennessee, didn't put all the pressure and rely solely on Jevin Sneed. So LSU is going to have to come out and play really, really tough, especially defensively. They're going to see a running back that can put a lot of moves down and very quick. So it's going to be a tough game up in Oxford for LSU.
And a special replay time next Sunday at 7:30, 30 minutes later than normal. Gentlemen, that wraps it up from Baton Rouge. Let's go back to you in our Louisiana Machinery studios.